Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 4 Golden. We're now on to part number 39. God. We're not even halfway yet. So anyway, sorry. Last time out we finished off, did our midterm exams, which was exciting. And we also beat the optional boss from Naoto's dungeon. So today we're starting off today with doing a social link. We're doing Chie's social link today, and this is, I think, her final bit of what's the word we're looking for here? This is her final social link level, I think. So we're done with Chie's social link after this part, I think. And you get a different, obviously you get different dialogue. You get different dialogue depending on whether you're in a relationship with Chie or whether you're just friends. It's a much more, I guess, kind of intimate. That's one way of putting it. If you're in a relationship, and the other thing is, I think you're in a different place as well, because the person you're in a relationship with, the final social link level always ends up being in your bedroom. Take that as you will. But anyway, we now get to see Chie's ultimate persona, which looks badass. This is Suzuka Gongen. And I love the Darth Maul-esque, like, double-edged lightsaber kind of weapon. It's a really cool design, actually. Yeah, but getting back to what Chie was basically saying, you know, from a personal point of view, from her personal point of view, and we're at max. Chariot Arcana is maxed, but she was basically saying how she doesn't know where her best points are, but she's going to strive to improve and be better and to try and protect the people that she cares about. And that she's also going to try and, you know, protect you as a friend. So, yeah. That is the Chie's social link finished. There is an optional thing that you can do, where you can, because each persona changes twice. Evade fire, that's very useful. I keep that, I think. What do I get rid of? Yeah, I get rid of the critical rate. I never use those. Evade fire is much more useful. But what basically happens is that when you max out the social link level, you get the first kind of persona transformation, where you get their ultimate persona. But at the same time, there is an optional mission. There's an optional cutscene later in the game, like an optional meetup. And if you do that, you can get the ultimate persona, which is very useful. And you also learn the most powerful attack that person has got in their arsenal. Anyway, we've now got some story. So we got some story this time, and there's one sentence per. What's it? Oh fuck! Someone knows who we are. This isn't good. Yeah. Sure. That was lucky. She almost found out. Fuck. So yeah, we have now got a letter, seemingly from the killer, saying don't rescue anymore. The plot thickens. Ooh, oh, and we got an anime cutscene. Hello.
I'll protect you all.
This here is kind of misleading, I'll be honest. I'll say that now. This is very misleading. This is I believe what is termed as a red herring. This cutscene is aiming to kind of push you towards the wrong conclusion. But that is essentially somebody sitting in front of a TV at midnight, writing a load of stuff in a book. Looks kind of insane. I wonder who that could be. That's the thing that you point out, Chie. How cliched it is that there's no punctuation or capitalization. I get. Sorry, it was all capitalized, wasn't it? What am I fucking talking about? Yes, I think it's probably best that we don't tell Dojima about this. We'd have a lot of stuff to explain. Like, you know, how we can go to TVs, summon magical monsters which can fight for us. Taking on a bunch of weird creatures that come out of the world's humans, like psyches. All the while saving people from after they've been kidnapped, and you know we have to defeat some other part of their psyche to save them. Yeah, it's a lot to explain. I don't think it wouldn't be very easy for it to find out. And of course, the unfortunate thing here is that obviously, if Naoto was still a member of the police force, she could have got it checked out. Shit. For fingerprints and stuff. But since she's no longer there, we can't get any analysis on it. Because if we handed it to police, we'd have to explain what the fuck's going on. Never mind. We'll get it done eventually. We'll defeat this bastard. This is an interesting thought, which is brought up here by Yosuke. The fact that Teddy seems to think that whenever we're in the other world that there's someone watching us. Could that be the killer, or could that be somebody else? We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, still... Yep, and that's another good point. I think it is explained near the end of the game how the Midnight Channel works and what's going on with that, but I don't think there's a great deal of explanation around it. To be honest, it's that kind of thing where it's... If they fully explained it, I think it would be kind of disappointing, but whatever. Yes, there is, Yosuke. That's how you try to understand something, dude. You think about it and discuss it until you can try and find a way to understand it. So yeah, pretty much, it's the same. It's pretty much the same thing. This scene is kind of. Oh, the culture fest. Fuck, I hated that section. Anyway, but yeah, the point I was getting at was that this scene is kind of inconsequential, not really that useful. Quite simply because of the fact that it's pretty much the end result is them saying we can't really do anything. We have to wait until the situation changes. We have to wait until either someone else gets kidnapped or the this serial killer makes a mistake. I do love the banter between Rise and Chie. It's kind of funny, but anyway. So yeah, but the problem with that is it's pretty much the same thing. I just mean that it's pretty much the same deal as it's the same. The end result is the situation is the same. We have to wait for something to happen before we can move on and do anything about it. Can't be proactive because we don't know how. Because there's no way to be proactive. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, what? Was there a point in really doing that episode? To really doing that section? Oh well, let's move on.
You're the deputy mayor, right? Good afternoon.
Oh, it's the deputy mayor. By the way, deputy mayor, Meet him once, doesn't even get a name. That's it. So yeah, we're moving on, and we're now doing Risei's social link. I can't remember where was this section. Let me try and remember. I think this is the option where you are able to either become either you stay as friends or you become boyfriend and girlfriend at this point. I think this is this section. Let me see what happens. Oh, here we are. Yeah, this is definitely. I think this is it. Here's her old manager.
What do you want today?
She's not happy to see him, obviously.
So I thought I'd come see you. I wanted to hear your answer one more time, face to face.
So yeah, this is pretty much this section is pretty much Risei kind of
I'm not going back.
realizing that
Okay. I understand.
she kind of
Now I can focus on my
what's the
new
word I'm
job.
looking for? She kind of
I signed up as
this is her kind of finally realizing that
Remember how we were talking about doing that movie?
because she's been wondering whether she made a mistake by kind of quitting being an idol and that kind of thing, and just wanted to be normal,
I have every confidence she'll be
normal
just
kid.
as popular.
But
Even more
it's now at this point where she kind of realizes that this decision
Although,
that she's made, this is where it kind of hits home that it's kind of final.
you had that
That this is kind of like
you learned fast.
she's made this decision and now she can't really go back on it. It's kind of this is her decision, and
Those acting skills
it's
of yours.
pretty much done. She, she can't really do.
Girls could never dream of.
She can't really go back on the decision that she's made, pretty much. And it's kind of her saying,
I just had to
having the thing. It's kind of her kind of realizing that.
stay healthy, okay?
It's kind of her realizing that she's closed a door somewhat, and that it's
Fair? After you
kinda
gave
like,
me an answer? You never told me any
oh
of that
shit, what if I've
was
made a mistake, kind of thing.
acting skills? Of course I have them. What the heck? Telling me all that stuff.
And now she gets kind of upset about it. Starts crying.
Why am I crying?
Yeah, it's this kind of thing where she's kind of like, she doesn't
There's nothing to be sad about.
really understand why she's crying, because pretty much she made this decision herself, and it's kind of
My eyes will be all swollen tomorrow.
it's a weird situation for her, I guess,
I lost
that she
everything.
doesn't really
I don't know
get why she's
I lost everything.
crying, because she made this choice. This is the choice that she wanted to make. But yeah,
Please,
she's now stuck with that choice, which is kind of like, I guess it's the whole point of her character is just that she doesn't want to make. Oh, here we go. So here's the deal: if you click hold her, then that means that you are going to be. Then that is the route to becoming, going into a relationship with her.
there are people who need me.
And if you pick the other option, then you'll just be friends. So yeah, and that appears at rank number 8, which is a lot earlier than everybody else. I think with Risei it appears at rank 8. With everyone else it appears at rank 9. So she's kind of like the is pretty much the your relationship with Risei has become
I'm going
intimate.
home
Ooh my.
now. It's all
But yeah, basically,
over. About how I
this is
feel.
basically the writing staff and everybody involved with the game pretty much telling you Risei's supposed to be the option here. Risei's supposed to be the one that the main character kind of falls in love with and stuff. So that is pretty much the whole point that this thing is getting at.
As you all know, next
Sorry.
week is the Culture Festival.
But,
And as you
yeah.
also know,
So that's
we
Rise's
still
social
haven't
link,
decided what our
gone up
classes
to
will
another
be
rank.
for.
And now we're moving on to this section, which I'm kind of...
We are going to decide based on the
I'm going to struggle through this section of the game. Not because of stuff to talk about, but it's kind of an embarrassing section, I guess. Not this stuff straight away, but stuff that happens a little bit later. I kind of find it a little bit... But whatever, let's do this thing. Group Date Cafe. I have no idea what the fuck a Group Date Cafe is. I guess that's speed dating. You added it, didn't you, Yosuke, you bastard?
A group date cafe.
You could go ask the right question.
But I doubt anyone will.
No idea.
Our class is actually a pretty serious.
So yeah, pretty much what's happening here is they've got a
You gotta have one weird one mixed in, you know?
they've got like there's a
We'll be passing
um,
the vote sheet. Just circle one of the
an
suggestions.
event at the school, which is kind of like a what's the name of it? Shit, my brain's gone. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm not afraid for the Group Date Cafe video room. It's more my speed. But anyway,
The votes.
yeah. So I'm trying to remember the name of it. Oh, it's a cultural event. Sorry, fuck. And basically, their class has to
Date Cafe.
vote on what they want to do. And just Yosuke jokingly puts in Group Date Cafe, thinking that nobody will pick it. And guess what? Everybody fucking picks it. Yosuke, this is why you don't do stupid shit like this. It backfires every single time, dude. Don't do it.
Don't ask me. This is
Don't ask me, this is your... I love Chie's interactions with
all those people who voted for it realize they have to run
with
it themselves.
Yosuke. They're always pretty funny.
I've been on a group date before, so I was a little curious.
Oh, Yukiko, you
What the? You voted for it?
Yukiko, for God's sake.
It'd be sad if no one voted for it.
Well, everybody voted for it, so...
He's the one behind it.
damn it.
Hey, it wasn't just me. It came in first place. The public agrees.
Yes, the public
Since the majority
agrees.
rules, we'll be doing the Group Date Cafe.
Oh, dude.
What does that even mean?
Ah,
Like speed dating?
yeah, this sets up quite a
You'd all better pitch in on this.
a funny little section, which is also kind of weird, but whatever.
Be okay with this?
Let's get going. Actually, would the teacher be okay with it?
Kashiwagi said no.
Oh, Kashiwagi seems the type that she would be all over that sort of shit.
That's why she's
Well,
leaving it up to us students to
just
decide.
from the interactions that we've had with her in this game. Ah, the teachers in this game, man. It's a way of making the game more interesting, I guess. At least the
Seriously?
parts where you're not going through dungeons and beating up monsters makes it a bit more interesting. That the teacher characters are a bit more kind of
It's gonna turn out.
unconventional. Is that a good way of putting it? Yeah, that would be the best way of putting it, I think. They are very unconventional. So anyway, we're near the end of the game. What am I showing off here? Ah, we have another of Marie's notes to read through and have a look at. So what's this say? Huh? Another piece of paper on ground. My list. The hated. People who are all talk, lying grown-ups. Keeping up appearances, hypocrites. Myself. I hate myself. Dumbass. Oh. Seems legit. The liked. Animals. And the cute ones, though. Like cats. I don't like cats. Milk tea. I like lemon too, though. Black, blue, grey too. Only dark grey. Then why did you just take grey? Whatever. Is that it? And me. Egotistical as well as self-hating. That's interesting.
What is this?
Yeah, I do like those little sections where you get to read some of Marie's poems and notes. kind of interesting. It's never really explained why these notes are found on the floor. My interpretation was always that Margaret kind of slyly nicked them out of Marie's bag, if she's got one. I think she has got one, hasn't she? It's on a model. She's got like a little handbag. So yeah, my interpretation was always that Margaret nicked one and put them on the floor, so that you and Marie would become kind of closer friends, I guess. But anyway, we're now moving on to the last we're moving on now, and the scores results are in. We got the high score. Yay! I'm smart. I am too smart. And so we've got one last thing to go through in this part. Oh yeah, this is basically on this day in particular, you can start the Naoto social link if you want to. Basically, in order to do the Naoto social link, you have to have your bravery maxed, I believe, and you can talk to this asshole. He's a guy in a black suit and glasses. He comes up to you and starts talking to you and disappears. You can make the screen turn dark and disappear. Interesting. So you get that. He gives you a note. You get the note off him. You can then go talk to Naoto, and she'll say, "Oh, I've got stuff to do. I don't really have time to talk." But you show her the note, and she wants to find out more information. So yeah, this is pretty much a way of getting Naoto to pretty much spend some time with you, basically. A man with black sunglasses. No shit. Well, that is true. I guess he would have to know us. He would have to at least know us to know that we were trustworthy. To hand over this note to Naoto, he'd have to also know that we were brain. He'd also have to know that we were friends with Naoto, I guess. I can't back out now. I've got to help. Let me help you. Let me help you, Naoto. Find out about all this shit. I've never heard that expression before. A tin ear to other people's feelings. I've never heard of that before. That's an interesting analogy, I guess. Naoto just seems to be worried. Oh, you're worried about me. And, yep, that's the Naoto social link started. This one is actually pretty interesting. It's one of my preferred social links to go through. Didn't do it in my first playthrough, did it in my second playthrough. So yeah, we're now at level 1 with Naoto, and Naoto is the Fortune Arcana. There are some social links which I won't be showing off. They're mostly like really optional ones where you have to do like part-time jobs to get them.
Shall we go home now?
Anyway, that seems to be it for today, so I'll see you for the next part of Persona Forgotten. See you next time.